Hello and welcome to the Noevir Stadium for this huge clash on week 9 of the J1 season. Vissel Kobe versus Yokohama F Marinos, the top of the table team against the defending champions under the lights here. The Marinos are back in the stadium where they secured their 5th J1 title on the last day of last season thanks to a 3-1 victory, and where they have won on 3 of their last 4 visits. Indeed, Kobe have an uncannily poor record in this fixture. It's 10 seasons since they last beat the Marinos at home in the league. But if the first 2 and a bit months of the 2023 campaign have told us anything, is that it's all change in Japan. The Marinos having lost twice already. Kawasaki Frontale, the preeminent team over the last half-decade, losing 4 times in their first 8 games. The Antlers have collapsed. And, of course, Vissel Kobe, haunted by relegation throughout 2022, reinvented as an attacking force this year. 6 wins in their first 8 games. And they've managed to pair the league's most potent attack, 17 goals scored, with a miserly defence that has let in just the 3 goals so far. Only Nagoya Grampus have conceded as few in their first 8 games. It's been a busy schedule with J.League Cup fixtures sandwiched in between league commitments for the past month or so. These two played their 4th matches of the J.League Cup group stage in midweek with second teams. Basically, all 22 starters are different today. The 2-1 defeat Kobe suffered at Sanfrecce Hiroshima has eliminated them, but you wonder about the scale of Takayuki Yoshida's disappointment, really, given the teams he's been putting out. And with the Emperor's Cup not starting for J1 clubs until June, there are no distractions and no excuses as Vissel Kobe chase a first ever Japanese top flight title. Well, Yokohama F Marinos have 5 of those in the cabinet, 7 overall in terms of the top flight history in Japan. Second only to Kashima Antlers in the J-League annals. Last year was their 2nd in 4 years too. And the quest for a second J-League Cup title is still on as well after Wednesday's 1-0 success at Jubilo Iwata. 4 wins out of 4 in that competition, 4 wins in 8 in the league, 2 draws and 2 defeats. They haven't won in 3 away in the league. Yokohama, the defending champions, are 5th on 14 points at the start of match week 9. 5 points behind Vissel Kobe, who are up already, really, because Sanfrecce Hiroshima missed the chance to displace them earlier, beaten by FC Tokyo, surprisingly. But in the quest to rein in Takayuki Yoshida's team, Yokohama F Marinos bring this extraordinary ability to avoid defeat here at the Noevir Stadium. As well as last season's title-clinching win, 2-0 wins in 2 of the previous 3 seasons as well. 2-1 in 2012 and 2014, 1-0 in 2016. Paired with 3 draws means an unbeaten sequence away to Kobe that dates back to 2011. Ceremonial kickoff then, ahead of the real deal. There's a real sense of occasion in the Noevir Stadium tonight. Great colour. The Marinos bring the tricolour flags to Kobe tonight, wanting more success, hungry for another successful league campaign. Huge test for Vissel Kobe, but so far so good in J1 this season. They are a team reborn in 2023. So here are our teams today, starting with Vissel Kobe's unchanged 11 for the 4th league match in a row. Daya Makawa has conceded just 3 goals in the league in 2023, protected by the solid back 4 of Sakai, Yamakawa, Honda and Atsusa. Ide Saito and the captain Yamaguchi are the midfield 3. Yaruki and Muto either side of 5-goal striker Yuya Asako, the deadly front 3 for Vissel Kobe. Yoshiro Imamura has refereed matches involving these two teams in the J-League Cup this season. He's back at the Noevir Stadium too after taking charge of Kobe's 1-0 win over Avispa Fukuoka on the opening day of the campaign. Today's VAR team, by the way, are Koichiro Fukushima and Kota Watanabe. After much chopping and changing over the first 5 matches of this season, Kevin Muscat has found the right personnel, it seems. The Marinos are unchanged for the 3rd league match in a row. Their last 7 goals in all competitions have been scored by Brazilians. Even the J-League Cup winner in midweek was notched by Jon Matthias, who's on the bench today, as is Takuma Nishimura, who scored 3 of the Marinos' 5 goals against Kobe last season. Anderson Lopez, along with Yuya Osako, are in that group of 5 players who have scored 5 J-League goals across the first 8 weeks of the season. In his playing days, Takayuki Yoshida won a J1 title with the Marinos as a dynamic, attacking midfielder, and now he's really at the top edge as well of the coaching game. Appointed initially as a stopgap midway through last season, he's got the job for good, and what a good decision that's turned out to be from the Kobe hierarchy. As it was indeed by the Marinos to bring in Kevin Muscat when Ange Postecoglou left for Celtic 2 summers ago. Another Australian coach delivering another title within 3 years of Postecoglou ending Yokohama's 15-year wait for a first domestic crown in 2019. The stage is set. Pitch looks perfect. The stadium is rocking. It's top of the table against the defending champions in the marquee match on week 9 of the J1 season. Yokohama F Marinos in white tonight, returning to the scene of their title-clinching triumph. It was here at the Noevir Stadium 5 months ago, on the last day of last season, that goals from Elbert, Nishimura and Teruhito Nakagawa meant that the challenge of Kawasaki Frontale was finally put to bed and enabled the Marinos to claim their 5th title in the J-League era, 2nd in 4 years. 10 weeks earlier, by the way, Kobe had won a tremendously exciting AFC Champions League last 16 tie, 3-2 at the Saitama Stadium, which had inadvertently allowed Yokohama to concentrate solely on that title run-in. For all their poor form in the league over the last decade, Vissel Kobe have really delivered when these two have met in one-off cup matches. There was also a crazy Super Cup final in 2020, 3-3, went to penalties, and in that penalty shootout, 9 successive spot kicks were missed before Kobe finally converted the winning one. And it's all set tonight. Kobe a little bit stretched early on. The pass from Elbert out wide left was too heavy for Anderson Lopez, but they are going to be a threat, the Brazilians, going forward. There's 3 in that front 4, with Elbert there wearing 7 on the left-hand side. Scored on the last day last season when they clinched the title. Marcus Junior through the middle, supporting Anderson Lopez, with Kota Mizunuma on the right-hand side, making his 353rd J1 appearance tonight, by the way, the veteran wide player. That's Marcus Junior finding Elbert. The last 7 goals have been scored by the Brazilian contingent for Yokohama F Marinos, but we wait and see if their away form can pick up. Lovely ball through. Oh, into the side netting. It's the first time they've got through on the right-hand side, Vissel Kobe. It's a terrific chance, that. So Osako comes short, and it's Ide who gets forward. The switching and interplay has been The feature of the first 8 matches of the season for Vissel Kobe, Aruya Ide, who has kept his place in that midfield 3 alongside Saito and Yamaguchi. It's fallen to the wrong player there, really, but the F Marinos stretched within the opening 3 minutes. The away form hasn't been good. They've not won in 3 away, the F Marinos. The last of those results was the 1-1 at Shonan Bellmare last week. Tremendously exciting match, that. Marinos missed chance after chance after chance. It was Anderson Lopez who finally got on target in that one. It was his 5th goal of the season. Five players have scored that number thus far in J1, as well as Yuya Osako, Shuto Mashino, Bellmare player and one of the young bright prospects in J1, Koki Agawa, and Ryotaro Ito of Albirex Niigata, who scored a stunning hat-trick last week against Fukuoka. Oh, a little bit loose that. Honda underplayed it back to Dayamakawa. And that's an early reducer by Anderson Lopez, who takes out Ryo Hatsuse. So, it's a word from the referee. So Hatsuse, big part of the way they play this season, the left-sided fullback with Sakai on the opposite flank. 4th year. He's made himself indispensable. Osako, second touch, just took it a little far away from him, and Hide with the shot that is too high. Yuya Osako seems to be a player reborn this season, like a lot of Japanese international players in the twilight of their careers, returning home after spending the best part of a decade playing in Europe. Kevin Muscat has followed in the strong tradition of the Marinos, doing what Ange Postecoglou did, guiding them to the title. That's Nagato with a foot in. So Nagato, the left back. They've got Ryotaro Sonoda and Shinosuke Atanaka in the middle, the F Marinos, with Yamane, the right back. Yuruki, well played. He's away from Yamane, and Yuruki just tries to feed in Osako. Applauds the ball out to him. Koya Yuruki. Throw in from Hatsuse. Mizunuma, but he's given it away. And to establish their possession-based game here, it's Sakai on the right-hand side. Dangerous ball across, thrust away by Junichi Mori. And they've won it back. Hit teams with early goals so far this season. Vissel Kobe, 7 minutes in. Just trying to establish a tempo here. The home side, their single defeat in the league has come here. The Reds won by a 1-0. But there was a good recovery. Never more impressive than in destroying the Kashima Antlers last week by 5-1. They've also beaten Gamba Osaka here by 4-0. You just wouldn't have expected this from Kobe, based on what we saw from them last season. Haunted by relegation the whole campaign long. Spent 13 match days at the bottom of the table. It took them so long to establish any kind of form last season. They've won 6 times in the first 8 games of this season. It took them until August to get their 6th J1 win in 2022. Totally changed club and team. And just whisper it, they're doing it without Andres Iniesta in the starting lineup. Anderson Lopez, the flick to Riku Yamane. Here's Koto Mizunuma. Hatsusa clashing there with Mizunuma. Hatsusa gets the decision. See there, when the ball was just played in field, they are snapping away at opposition players whenever the ball comes near them, so often rushing the opposition into a misplaced pass, a hurried pass forward. That's what happened there. And then Yuruki can't just bring that ball under his spell with his first touch there. Probably the unsung hero of that front three, really, for Vissel Kobe, Koya Yuruki. Sako just tries to nudge it up and over. Yamaguchi was the player pushing on, the captain, and the veteran Saro Yamaguchi. Three goals from corners this season for Vissel Kobe. That's Sousa. That's headed away on the near post. Yamaguchi picks it up. Plays away. That's pushed across in the general direction of Muto. But pushed up effectively there, the Marinos. Forced an offside call. Walide is one of the new players this season from Tokyo Verdy. Got Saito as well, who's anchoring that midfield, another newcomer on loan from Shonan Bellmare. Slightly tweaked formation this time round, which doesn't involve the World Cup winning Spaniard Iniesta. I mean, Yoshida, the coach, his hand was forced really when Andres Iniesta spent the first month or so of the season back in Spain. And hey presto, he's found a style that suits in the great Spaniard's absence. Approaching the 12-minute mark here, no score at the Noevir Stadium. Night match under the lights here at home ground of Vissel Kobe World Cup Stadium, when Japan and South Korea hosted the finals back in 2002. It's a memorable last 16 match here when Brazil beat Belgium by 2-0. That's Sousa. They get away with that, they deal with it, the F Marinos. Chimori was well set, I think, to gather that cross to begin with, before Hatanaka stuck his foot in the way. Kida. Midfield screen of the back four of Kida and Watanabe. Anderson Lopez has started fired up. He's already been spoken to once by the referee. And gets in a tangle with Mitsuki Saito rather needlessly again there. Picked up by Kida. There is Anderson Lopez. Now they can maybe move through the gears. Elbert, the wide left. Marcus Jr. pushes through the middle. Elbert finds Marcus Jr. Tees up Anderson Lopez. And the shot caught defensive body on the way through. Just an indicator of the counter-attacking threat. Elbert, well capable there of looking across the line and just staying on side. Trying to pick their way through here. Brazilian combination, Elbert, and then Marcus Jr. and then Anderson Lopez. Such a threat. Attacking from corners this season here are Vissel Kobe defending one. Height on it, but they're going to have to defend again. Ruki doing what needed to be done first time around. Kida's delivery, Marcus Jr. flicks it up and over. Useful player, third year with the F Marinos, Marcus Jr. Formerly of Fluminense. He's got his two title-winning medals. There's Yuruki, nicely taken down. That's Souza. Yamaguchi sweeps that pass out wide here to Yoshinori Muto. Early ball by Muto. Cut out cleanly by Tsunoda. And Asako slides in to win it back. There's Muto. He's going to come back across. Yuruki! Oh, the goal was gaping. He tried to pull it. He tried to pull it into the opposite corner. Kept it low as well. Good defending by the Marinos. I think everyone was waiting for a whistle there after that early challenge from Asako. But the referee deemed it absolutely fine. And it was Ide teeing up Muto. Anderson Lopez holds it up. Watanabe does well. Marcus Jr. finds Elbert. And that's the early ball in the general direction of Mizunuma. Not enough urgency about that quick ball forward to panic Vissel Kobe. Dayamikawa makes the intervention. Currently running at a goal conceded every 4 hours in J1 this season. The Vissel keeper, Dayamikawa. Anderson Lopez, really good at holding it up. There's Mizunuma. And he's going to drop to the floor and just invite the free kick to be given. That's Koto Mizunuma. Nagato there as well. Getting two. Nagato to hit it straight at the keeper, but enough swerve on it to make it a little bit troublesome for him. Shouldered it away there, then the follow-up. A couple of shooting chances on the edge of the Vissel Kobe area for one or two Marinos players here in the opening 18 minutes. Getting bodies away sufficiently, in the way sufficiently. Oh, Yuruki is going to make it 1-0 after a dreadful mix-up in the F Marinos defence. It was a long ball slung forward. How about that? The defending champion shooting themselves in the foot. Vissel Kobe lead after 18 minutes. It was a gift. It's Koya Yuruki who has literally walked that over the line. There's the long ball forward. Oh, there's the awkward header from Riku Yamane. He and Junichi Imori, the goalkeeper, were not on the same wavelength, not remotely near the same wavelength. And Yuruki has tapped home his third goal of the season. It's a stunning mix-up, really, from the champion team. Vissel Kobe don't care. They are ahead here. It had been pretty even up until that point. But even the best make those miscalculations. I mean, it's a pretty devastating moment in the relatively young career of Riku Yamane, the 19-year-old right-back. He's part of the title-winning team last season, if not necessarily a first choice at full-back. Got that all wrong. Now then, the F Marinos, we know their away form of late has been poor. Now I have to come from behind here. The team absolutely buzzing. Forcing a corner is the right way to go about trying to redress the balance here. Nagato, very, very deep, carried over the danger area, really. And nothing doing there for Yokohama F Marinos. Now Kevin Muscat, he had a long and reasonably successful playing career. I mean, let's not talk about his disciplinary record, but certainly a useful player and a successful manager as well. Ended up winning titles back home in Australia as both player and manager with Melbourne Victory. A little flick over the top, flags up, and that's going to stop Ide. Getting forward really effectively to support the likes of Asako in the first 21 and a bit minutes here. Haruya Ide, a former Tokyo Verdy player. Yokohama F Marinos have done the league double over Kobe in each of the last two seasons. To go back to August of 2020 to find Kobe's last win in a league fixture, and that came at the home of the Marinos by 3-2. So 8 months after that dramatic Super Cup final. Smashed away by Yamakawa. Again, though, it's that second ball. Kobe just hungry. Here's Hatsuta. Yuruki, the goal scorer. Ide. Flip. Tried to slot it round the corner back for Yuruki any day. Make sure the ball can't be moved forward quickly. This is Shinosuke Yatanaka. So the Marinos just slightly shading possession here. Move past the halfway point in the first half. Mizunuma. So far so good for Vissel Kobe. Yeah, the defensive record thus far is all the more impressive, given they actually lost one of their top players at a centre-half at the end of last season, Yuki Kobayashi, who went to Celtic. So Yuki Honda has been the new player who's come in to partner Tetsushi Yamakawa. And they're even better. Here's Anderson Lopez. Good challenge. Yamane with that throw. Again, that's Asako. Look at the way he helps out defensively. Little cut back there by Watanabe. Then it's Nagato. It's Hilbert. There's two shutting him down. And again, extra bodies helping out the man in possession. And Vissel Kobe flooding forward again. Pass has to be good, and is good. It's Sakai down the right. Sakai cuts the ball behind those two inside the penalty area. So that end product just lacking there, but they win it back so effectively again, Vissel. Yuruki. Saito is the player forward. Then Yuruki just smoothly works it back to Ryo Atsusa. Well, no way through that time, so no bother. Go back and recycle. Sakai. Headed off there by Watanabe. There's the cross for Ide. Pumped away by Mizunuma. Yamane. Again, just not allowed to make that pass forward because Yuruki stood his ground. Anderson Lopez, there's Marcus Jr. Anderson Lopez having to drop a little bit deeper to see some of the ball. Here's Kota Mizunuma. And into the Marcus Jr. The ball eluded him first off. Gets the second ball in, picked up by Mizunuma. Marcus Jr., no flag. And Makawa passes the ball away. Then Asako with that layoff. Ide. Clever little touches again. enable them to find a little bit of freedom in the middle of the park. That's Saito. The runner there, Yamaguchi, but Sonoda read it. Room again for Yuruki. Taking on Yamane, early ball in, it's two, it's Osako. Koya Yuruki is ripping Yokohama F Marinos to shreds. The opening goal, and then a devastating bit of wing play, taking on and beating Riku Yamane, and laying the ball on a plate for Yuya Osako to head home his 6th goal of the season. No let-up in the Kobe machine here against the defending champions, who look absolutely shell-shocked. Fantastic ball in that has pace, almost impossible to defend, and there's Osako. Well, that's still got to be finished, hasn't it? He keeps the ball down, does the basics correctly, and with that header, Yuya Osako becomes the top scorer in J1 with 6 goals in 9 matches. Well, has that ball just caressed the arm there of Osako? That's the call. Well, no, it was a clean header. And it is a 2nd goal here for Vissel Kobe. No home league win over Yokohama F Marinos since 2011. But 2 up here inside half an hour. Oh, well, the F Marinos, they're playing like a team thoroughly spooked. And Marcus Jr. plays the ball back, and he's caught late, and he seems hurt. Looks like it's going to be a first card of the match here. Saito just going through the back there of Marcus Jr. So that's a yellow card for the former Shonan Bellmare player. On loan actually at Gamba Osaka last season. I mean, the one thing that you have to say about this Vissel Kobe team, firing on all cylinders clearly in the first 2.5 months of this season, but it's all about the personnel. If anyone gets injured, do they have the quality to come in? That's the caveat. I mean, that's for another day, isn't it, to worry about that. The fans will be enjoying what's happening at present. And why not? One of the great turnarounds after the shambles of last season, in truth. There's 13 match days in last place, but the change was when Yoshida came in as coach, replacing Miguel Angel Latina, the Spaniard, and won 9 of their final 15 matches last season. I mean, all in since he took over last summer, Takayuki Yoshida has won 15 of 24 league matches. Could well be 16 as well today, but that's Anderson Lopez pulling a goal back. Super finish that, and that's the danger with the defending champions. That is a real poacher's strike. Played clean and swiftly through the middle, and Anderson Lopez, well, he barely looked up there. He gets his 6th goal of the season. Played in by Mizunuma. It gets in between Honda and Yamakawa. and tucks home quite delightfully. That's a cool finish, and it changes the complexion again here. 32 minutes gone, 2-1. So Anderson Lopez, he's having a really good run in front of goal as the Brazilians inspire Yokohama F Marinos forward. Elbert and Marcus Jr. Anderson Lopez with his 4th goal in the last 3 matches. Got the brace in the Yokohama derby, and then that swift finish at Shonan Bellmare last week. Yeah, just taking time for a bit of a breather here. It's been a high-octane first half, as we see confirmation there in the first 33 minutes of this match. Both Yuya Osako and Anderson Lopez have moved clear of the 3 other players on 5 goals. Might have expected to be coming into this match in 2nd place, actually. Kobe surprises anyone, no doubt, with the defeat suffered by Sanfrecce Hiroshima. It's in the first of the 2 Saturday matches on this 9th week of J1 action. Hiroshima would have gone top by a point had they won that fixture earlier. Anderson Lopez slots through. Mizunuma, early ball in, and away by Yamakawa. That's away. Deflected shot that comes through. It's all about the break of the ball. Kobe managed to clear their lines to begin with, but the ball is back with the Yokohama F Marinos, who have re-established control, really, with that Anderson Lopez goal that has pulled it back to 2-1. Referee with some communication in his ear there. So, as that hit an arm, that's the shout, with the shot from Koto Watanabe. Came all the way through, checked it. No handball. Yamaguchi to swipe that ball out wide for Gotoku Sakai. Cross comes in early. Ida momentarily left unmanned. Kobe win it back again with Hiruki. That's just edged back to Saito. He's dispossessed. And Mizunuma brings it away, but Elbert can't form that connection. Hatsusa. Onside. Osako, he timed his run perfectly that time. Then he gets it back to Hiruki, who tries to pick his spot in that far corner, but off target that time. And Koya Hiruki has scored his first goal, actually, at the Noevir Stadium since last October today. Third goal of the season. Two previous away in that 3-0 win at Kyoto Sanga. They've effectively kept the ball away from him since conceding that second goal, Yokohama F Marinos. Then Mizunuma tries to clip it in there to the run of Marcus Jr., who applauds the idea. Conceded only his fourth goal of the season today. Deo Mikawa. Marcus Jr., former Fluminense player. He was on target in that recent derby victory over Yokohama FC. Yuruki just caught offside that time. Koya Yuruki. The sting has just gone out of that Kobe attacking thrust on the left-hand side, really, with Koya Yuruki, and things will suit the F Marinos right now. Sakai. There's Elbert. Work to Anderson Lopez there. Mizunuma. Good pressing, and forced the mistake, ball's out of play. Inside the last 5 minutes of a really engrossing first half at the Noevir Stadium. Vissel Kobe leading the current Japanese champions, Yokohama F Marinos, by 2-1. Osako again, Kobe picking up that second ball. No, not quite. The flag stops them in their tracks that time. Marinos second only to Kashima Antlers in terms of the success that Japanese clubs have had down the years. Title wins, 5 in the era of the J.League, which started in 1993, but 2 before that. And football was a corporate-based affair, with the various big corporations having teams, and non-professional league. All that changed in '93, of course. One of only 2 clubs to have won the title in Japan since 2016, and the Antlers got the last of their 8 titles. Yokohama F Marinos just sharing up the titles, really, with the Kawasaki Frontale over the last half-decade and a bit. But as we've seen at the start of this season, new challenges from everywhere. It's got to be dealt with. Sakai Works it back tidily to Daya Makawa. Hilbert. Katanaka. Izanuma. To Mezawa. But he's useful, isn't he, down this right? Makoto Mizanuma. Marinos won back-to-back titles in 2003 and 2004. It took them just 3 years to get their first title in the professional era in 1995. Won all the domestic honours in Japan at one time or another. The Marinos, there's Asako. It's going to drop to Yaruki. And Sousa in support. Trying desperately to get back on top here as the first half closes at the Noevir Stadium. Yaruki, so forced into a corner there, just rolls that off Riku Yamane. Yeah, it's just good wing play again from Yaruki down the left, and perhaps a last chance here with the corner. To see how much time is going to be added on. Minimal stoppages, really. A problem with Marcus Junior earlier, but play wasn't stopped for that long with that incident. Can they threaten here? So Yaruki, the answer is no. It's a poor delivery that time by Yaruki. Going to get another chance at it. Again with his right foot. Sweeps it in. Yamaguchi. Back with Sakai. Lofted over the top. It's going to carry too far for Yaruki. 2 extra minutes at the end of the first half here. Yamane. There's Anderson Lopez. Oof. Elbert. And forced back to Ryotaro Tsunoda. Katanaka. Anderson Lopez. Again dropping short. Playing the pass, well timed to Elbert. 3 in the box here. Anderson Lopez goes central. It's Takuya Kida. He finds Koto Mizanuma. Kobe press back here as the first half ends. Watanabe. Elbert. Katanaka trying to pick their way through. Play's going to continue. Mizanuma. Pulls it back and it's curled into the top corner. A wonderful goal that brings Yokohama F Marinos level right at the end of the first half. They have come from 2 goals down. It's a super finish into the corner. They just picked their way through there, the defending champions. Might have been a free kick on another day. But Mizanuma has cut that back to Koto Watanabe. What a finish. Quite beautiful. What a finish. What a first half. Well, it's the mark of champions. Not panicking. Well, Koto Watanabe, he never scores. It's his first J1 goal since October 2020. But it's brought the defending champions back from 2 goals down here, where we were all set up for an engrossing contest, and that is exactly what is being served up tonight at the Noevir Stadium. Yuruki and Aselko with goals that put Vissel Kobe, the top team in J1, into a commanding position. But that 2-goal lead has been clawed back. Anderson Lopez and then Kota Watanabe with the last kick of the first half, bringing F Marinos back level. A brilliant first half. The second is set up perfectly. 2-2 here at the break. Let hostilities resume. Yokohama F Marinos with the last kick of that first half, pulled it back to 2-2. This match is everything that we hoped it would be and more. Top team in J1 against the defending champions. Didn't panic when they went 2 goals down. Koya Yuruki and Yuya Osako having put Vissel Kobe in pole position to extend their lead at the top of the table after 9 weeks of this 2023 J1 campaign. 31st season of professional football since the J-League was formed in the early 90s. 5 of those titles won by Yokohama F Marinos. Back-to-back in 2003 and 2004 for the Mariners. They would love to repeat that here in 2023 to supplement last season's championship. And it's a comeback of champions, really, that we witnessed in the first half. What will the second half deliver us here at the Noevir Stadium? Second half underway here then. Kobe thought they were setting up a first home win in the league in over a decade over the F Marinos. It might still happen, but the defending champions had plenty to say about that. Only league win in the last 20 games for Vissel Kobe. It was 3-2 away in October 2020 against the F Marinos or the Kobe club. Important to establish attacking impetus at the start of the second half, which they're trying to do here with Gotoku Sakai. Just Nagato up against him. 2 finishes of real quality that unlocked Vissel Kobe. Took the lead after that dreadful mistake at the back. Yamane, backwards header that beat Ichimori. Yuruki ran it over the line, and then Yuruki crossing for Osako to make it 2-0. Here is Yuruki. Not going to get a handball for that. And Anderson Lopez with his 6th goal of the season. The defensive midfielder Koto Watanabe scoring his first goal for the F Marinos in 110 matches. And what a goal it was too. Coach Kevin Muscat, plenty of fight about him in his career. And his team showing fighting spirit in that first 45. Muto, Osako, 3-2. It's another mistake from the Yokohama F Marinos. It's another goal for Yuya Osako. An impudent finish in the opening exchanges of the second half. The old 1-2, Muto and Osako combining pretty much for the first time tonight. But the combination that has inspired Vissel Kobe to the top of the pile this season, working for them again. It was one fullback, Yamane, making the mistake in the first half. It's Sonoda making another howler here as they try to play their way out of trouble. It's a dreadful first touch from Ryotaro Sonoda, which allows Muto to roll it across to Osako. 2nd of the match, 7th of the season for Yuya Osako. The drama resumes, and we'd had just a couple of minutes of this second half. Of course, we're going to go to VAR to see if there was an offside. Happened right at the end of the Albirex Niigata match when Jean-Patrick raced through to score, literally with the last kick, 4 minutes or so into stoppages. And then we wound the tape back and then found that Yuya Osako's right ankle had strayed offside. Then he was retreating after the goalkeeper kicked the ball away, and the ball was then headed back by Kobe. Well, can you believe it? No goal. Offside is the call. Been so many VAR incidents this season. It's cut back. Oh dear, oh dear. It's crazy in a way, but okay. They're the rules. No goal. 2-2 it remains here. And the most relieved man in the stadium is Ryotaro Tsunoda. So they go again. Sakai belts it away. Yoruki as Hatsusa up in support. And comes back for Haruya Ide. Saito just finds Muto. This is a 5th assist of the season there for Muto, the former Newcastle United player. It's Kida. Makes the most of the gentlest of contacts, really, from Yuya Osako. He scored 7 goals, full stop, last season. 16 starts. He came off the bench 10 times. It was almost 7 in 8 in 2023. Might still be. But they go again here. Nudge on there for Elbert. Osako going up against Tsunoda again. Just goes through the defender. Elbert. Muto with the challenge. Elbert to Mizunuma. There goes Anderson Lopez. Here's Katsuya Nagato. Sakai standing firm. Nagato still there, and Sakai looked to have picked his pocket, but he's then tripped. Gotoku Sakai, really useful player in the World Cup squads of 2014 and 18. Ide turns and finds Hatsus. Sakai on the Nagato, just rolls it back. Oh, Muto, the angle was just a little against him, and his first touch was a bit heavy. Sort of forced him into that near post attempt, really, Yoshinori Muto, because of that the first touch. But Sakai again, extra support to the attack. Right-sided full-back there. It's going to be a corner. So Hatsus, the left footer, will bend it inwards. There it is. Got it away, nicely defended. It's up and over. Nothing doing that time for Kobe. Title-winning campaign last year for the F Marinos. Brought 8 away victories. One more than Kashiwa Reysol, who had the second best away sequence in J1 last year. 12 of 17 at home. One, of course, they will be hoping to make better headway in is the AFC Champions League. They're in back-to-back AFC Champions League campaigns. The F Marinos, the first time since 2004 and 2005. This needs dealing with. It isn't. It's Marcos Junior. He's kind of clipped that against Honda Aziz. It's just a wild swipe at it that gets the ball wide. I'm not quite sure he was expecting that to drop for him there, Marcos Junior. Yamaguchi with that sort of wayward touch. Drops for the Brazilian, but he just lashes at it. Be a while before they can think about their Champions League campaign because of the way that the AFC have changed the format of the top club competition across Asia over the last couple of years. Vissel Kobe would love to be in there for the next round of fixtures until 24-25 if they managed to do it at the end of this season somehow, Vissel Kobe. Of course, we have a Japanese team in the final of this season's AFC Champions League. Urua Reds, who play Al Hilal in the first leg next week. It's a competition in which they have really struggled down the years. Didn't get out of the group stage in 04 and 05. Never been beyond the round of 16, and that was the stage last season. They were knocked out by Vissel Kobe in a thrilling match in Saitama, which is the bubble venue, if you will, for the knockout stages of the Eastern region. Kobe then knocked out promptly 3 days later by Jeonbuk Motors of Korea. Well, that came about because they finished third in 2021, Vissel Kobe. Hitherto their best finish in J1. Yuruki. Good ball that. Marinos being stretched a bit. Yuruki can't find height on that cross. It's headed away by Shinosuke Tanaka. Marinos sitting back a touch here. Honda. That's the goalkeepers. Junichi Mori. Great first touch there. Marcos Junior brings it away. Elbert. Players supporting from deep with Takayuki Kida. Pushes it on. Watanabe. Anderson Lopez there. Just too many bodies as those two defensive lines of Vissel Kobe give Yokohama F Marinos nowhere to run. Honda sweeps that away. Sissoko, contact again with the defender. Has a history of big goals. There's Noevir Stadium. You see that clash there with Hatanaka. His scoring feats began at his first club, Osaka, the Antlers. And he got his first pro contract in 2009. He's going on just his second appearance for them in the Champions League and ended up with a J1 title before moving to Europe. Quite have the same scoring return. And he played for Cologne and Werder Bremen in the Bundesliga between 2013 and 2021. Sakai. Cross for Ide. That's going to drop safely for Ichimori. They've all eluded Yuya Osako that time. It's been his 17th goal today since returning to Japan to play for Vissel Kobe in 2021. 46th appearance today. Sakai. Muto went one way, Osaka went the other, and Sakai tried to do it himself through the middle. Ide. Lovely little touch that by Osako. Here's Sakai. Yuruki flashes over the top. Just didn't have the support arriving quickly enough there, Yuruki. Well played though, Osako initially, just to slot that round the corner for Gotoku Sakai. Splendid early pass as well from Sakai. He's bent that perfectly into the path of Koya Yuruki. Fingernails of Ichimori have made contact from that shot, so Vissel Kobe with the corner. First little attacking flash we've seen from Vissel Kobe since Osako's disallowed goal in the opening 2 minutes of the second half. That's Sousa's corner. Plenty of white shirts there, smothering it. Slung up for Osako. He's not got the call when he's gone toe-to-toe with opponents previously in this match. We might get something here though. Let's take a look. The arm does go up, doesn't it, from Hatanaka. Hatsusa. Where's the run going to come from? And is it going to be decisive? More to the point, headed across by Yamakawa. There's Anderson Lopez. Muto will probably be content. Yeah, they're going to have the corner here. Hatsusa with that free kick, creating pressure. Anderson Lopez back, trying to help out, but unable to win it back there for the Marinos. I always feel that they're a threat from set pieces. So Yuruki sends the ball across. Goalkeeper's committed. Played back in. Enough of a touch on the ball to get it away. Then Yuruki taking on the fullback. Yuruki with the chance to cross. Can't feed it in there to Ide. He'd made that dart to the near post. Yoshida is more than accomplished a player for the F Marinos. It's quite the stint, isn't it? Appointed as a caretaker last year for the third time, by the way, in his coaching career at Vissel Kobe. But so effective has he been. Why look for a bigger managerial name? Anderson Lopez, splendid. Great feet there from the big Brazilian. That happened right in front of the coaches. And the yellow card comes in just as they were about to make changes there. And Kevin Muscat and Takayuki Yoshida. The challenge on Anderson Lopez, who has a big physical presence about him. And good feet to begin with. And then it's Yamaguchi who snaps in. So yellow carded along with his more defence-minded midfield colleague Mitsuki Saito in this match, the Vissel Kobe skipper. I mean, any team of Kevin Muscat's is going to have a little bit of bite about it. The 48 cap international player Ataru Yamaguchi. Played in 2010, 2014. Now Daiju Sasaki comes on off the bench to score his second goal of the season in that 5-1 dismantling of the Antlers last week. The logical switch for Haruya Ide. Changes as well for the Yokohama F Marinos. So Takuma Nishimura and Jan Matthias come on. The Brazilian contingent is continued with Matthias for Junior there. Scored the goal in the week. They got the J-League Cup win. Jan Matthias has been on target for them in J1 as well earlier this season, off the bench to score in the last minute against the Reds. So there he is, Jan Matthias, 24-year-old, normally a wide player. Come off the bench in every league match this season. Sakai. Results in nothing. Just got to keep the energy up here. It's a difficult one really for Takayuki Yoshida. Do they push on and try and win it? That's certainly in their style. Or do you cut your losses and enjoy taking points off the defending champions? Still More drama to be written, I think, here in the final 20 minutes at the Noevir Stadium. Mathias getting involved. Player that's just come on wearing 30 there, Nishimura. He scored 3 goals against Vissel Kobe last season. Here's Yuruki, shut down by 2 defenders. Hatsusa, that's a useful ball in, well defended. And Nagato tries to get the ball clear. In the final 20. They're still confident enough in their quick passing game out from the back, even though it's cost them. That ball's across. And Mathias quite combined with Nishimura, but here's Nagato. Oh, it's come all the way across to the far post, and Kobe get a let off. They really do. I thought we were about to see the net bulge there. Katsuya Nagato, the left back, well forward. It misses everyone until contact from Hatsusa, who just about gets the ball away. From Kobe's point of view, the right side of the post. Vissel Kobe hearts in mouths there. Nagato's corner. Defended. Welcome rain or shine. Those fans are always bouncing. Nagato, again, a lot of motion there in amongst the pack in the penalty area as that corner comes across. Referee had his eye on goings on. Free kick for Vissel Kobe. Sean Bilmare come here next week, and then there's a huge contest, first midweek round in J1 when they go to Nagoya Grampus, Vissel Kobe. Big matches coming thick and fast. It's Nagoya Grampus next week for the F Marinos. To be back at home at the International Stadium, this their 3rd straight away fixture. Marinos have had a week of travel. Match to Shonan Belmare, followed by the midweek trip to Jubilo Iwata. J.League Cup match, which brought the victory. That's hacked away. Sasaki there, and Muto, oh! Contact with Hatanaka. Nothing untoward there, says the referee. Ball might have to go out of play here, so we can check on Yoshinori Muto. That was a bone cruncher of a challenge. Shiro Imamura saw nothing wrong with it. Racing incident, we can put that down to. So if it stays like this, Vissel Kobe will have a 3-point lead over Nagoya Grampus and Sanfrecce Hiroshima at the top of J1. Nagoya Grampus with a chance to move level though when they play Shonan Bellmare 24 hours from now. F Marinos building down the right-hand side. It's put behind by Yuki Honda. Kevin Muscat would love them to push on here and complete the comeback with a third goal. Second half's been tighter though, hasn't it? After chance at both ends in the first 45. Here's the corner. Atsusa gets the header and the goalkeeper, oh, he's committed! And the foul is called. It's a spectacular clearance by Yamakawa. He didn't know it at that point. But Nakawa giving Yoshida Kittens a long, long way from his comfort zone here, the keeper. Elber's follow-up is blocked by Yamakawa. They didn't know at that point that the whistle was going to go. I suppose any contact there between the goalkeepers so far out of his area. With a striker is going to get a free kick. Jean-Patrick for Koyo Yuruki. Tried and tested change. The Brazilian and former Cerezo Osaka player. 5 goals for them last season, off the bench to score the winning goal on match day 1, and he had a really impressive 20-minute cameo last week against the Kashima Antlers. Got an assist in that match. Impact player, super sub. Can he come on to win it again for Vissel Kobe? Tanaka. Kida. Free kick. Got it going quickly. Footing from Matthias, left Sakai grounded. Ball is coming field to Saito. Osako just can't quite ride that first challenge. And goes in on Yamane. But the experience and the wiliness of Yuya Osako, 32 now, is a real asset for Vissel Kobe as they try and go to the next level. His ankle crunched a little there. He's going to try and run it off. Here's Atsusa. Patrick holding the ball up. Layoff from Atsusa. Good cross. Sasaki can't tee up Muto. Well, that was the combination that brought them a goal last week after Sasaki came off the bench at the Antlers. Muto crossing for Daiju Sasaki to head home. Now then, Jan Matthias going to try and look square. Anderson Lopez comes to Elber. He strikes that against Saito. Didn't properly get his laces through it there though, Elber. Kida. Useful ball. Kida inside the penalty area, clips it across. Matthias. Oh, well, it was an awkward one to try and bring under his spell there for Jan Matthias. But here goes Nagato, cuts it across. Just wouldn't come down quickly enough there for the Brazilian substitute. Pressure, though, from Yokohama F Marinos. Then Matthias finds Nagato. He cuts the ball back in the general direction of Atanaka. Jean-Patrick helping out the defenders, but it's become a bit ragged here from Vissel Kobe. Here's Koto Watanabe. Here's Anderson Lopez. Elbert has gone to the right-hand side, Matthias to the left. Kida, Anderson Lopez, dispossessed there by his fellow Brazilian Jean-Patrick, and away they come. Muto will have to try and stay on side here. Sasaki is forward. Sonoda deals with it well. Yamane. Marinos, if this is how it stays, would be 15 points from 9 matches. That would be 5 behind Vissel Kobe and potentially Nagoya Grampus, heading into the next round of fixtures, week 10. Matthias, just a little bit too high that for Takuma Nishimura. Sasaki can't play it away. Oh, the team, they're playing on the counter-attack, really. That's the way it's going to be. Terrific contest at the top of J1 at the Noevir Stadium tonight. Vissel Kobe racing into a 2-goal lead. EF Marinos, comeback worthy of champions. Going for the win as well. Trickiness from Jan Matthias, that's well played. It's Anderson Lopez. It's a superb header, and that comeback is complete. Anderson Lopez with a brace. Yokohama F Marinos 2-0 down in the first half. Now lead by 3 goals to 2. Positive substitution with Jan Matthias coming on and just bringing that little bit of trickery. Working room and space for himself, and then across the ball comes to Anderson Lopez, who plants that header past Dea Meikawa. Pinpoint delivery, beautiful header. That's a goal of real class. Vissel Kobe, it's all been going right for them this season. Now there is real turbulence for Yoshida's team. Absolutely superb. That's what champions do. 8 minutes from time. Could that be the goal that lifts Marinos? All the more impressive, given they won just at 1 point from their last 3 away matches. But Vissel Kobe, the way they play, it's great to watch, but they are very open, aren't they? Elbert, Nishimura, here's Jan Matthias taking on Sakai. If Marinos trying to stretch their legs at the end here and looking for a 4th goal. Elbert! Saito throwing his body in the way. Solid defensive work there. but it's a corner. Nagato. Header only half away, then that follow-up volley. Jean-Patrick, here comes the pace. Watch the movement of Sarko. Muto coming forward. He had those two players in support. He played it in the middle of both of them and just allowed that defensive touch from the backtracking Tsunoda. Here comes Hatsusa's cross! Oh, it's off the woodwork from Muto. Asako turns it back in and over the top from Sasaki. Oh, marvellous attempt there by Yoshinori Muto. Hatsusa, a delicious cross. He's unlucky. He's so unlucky with that gentle header. Ichimori nowhere near it. We were this close to 3-3. Well, he scored some fine goals with his head this season, Yoshinori Muto. And that was almost the best of the lot. It'll be his last activity as well, because they bring in the Spanish magician to try and conjure something here in the closing stages, Vissel Kobe. Iniesta has not really been a part of this successful side in the opening weeks of the season. Eduardo as well comes on for Yamane. So a third change for Yokohama F Marinos, off the bench for the second time. I mean, he showed some great touches in this 9 minutes on the pitch against Albirex Niigata at the end. But the Spanish World Cup winner, well, huge heavyweight clashes were his bread and butter in his heyday, Iniesta, and this is another challenge in that vein. Saito does really well. Sasaki has a real frenzied way about Vissel Kobe now. Sasaki, Asako, Iniesta, Jean-Patrick, Jesus on the overlap. They're going to scream for handball here. Referee says no. What does VAR say? Oh, nice little move here. Hatsusa cuts it back. Well, again, I mean, where's Ryotaro Tsunoda supposed to put his arm there? But we shall see if the video officials review this. Not at present. So Iniesta sends in the corner. Follow-up shot, falls for Patrick. No. Bounces up and into him, and he might have taken the extra touch there. But went first time, Jean-Patrick. It's always involved, the Brazilian super sub. Possession won back, but illegally, that time by Mitsuko Saito. Yamakawa, Sakai. Sakai's cross. Away by Hatanaka. Yamakawa again. All hands to the pump for the Marinos. Iniesta, tip over the top four, Sakai. Tsunoda wins that. And Yamaguchi drills that ball in. It's a great recovery there. And they work it clear. Anderson Lopez just slows it down, gives it to Elbert. And they might be hit on the counter. Not quite. Sonoda, the centre half, furthest forward there. But that's Sousa releasing Jean-Patrick. The ball for Osaka is claimed by Ichimori. Just a little bit more composure needed from Jean-Patrick as Kobe chase what will be a show-stopping equalising goal here at the Noevir Stadium. Kevin Muscat's team on the verge of a fantastic victory. And in amidst all the drama, again, it's Yokohama F Marinos with this crazily successful run about to be extended whenever they play Vissel Kobe away. Six extra minutes. The tension will be almost unbearable here for both teams. That's Jean-Patrick. Fouled, free kick. So Atsusa will stride forward and try and whip in another cross. There's a lunge on that from Sonoda. He got a piece of the ball, but Jean-Patrick is always going to make the most of that. He's going to be sent inwards this time by Iniesta and not Hatsusa. There's height on it. Pressure on the goalkeeper. Oh, where's it going to drop? Finally fired in by Saito, but the whistle had gone. Pandemonium really at the back there. Didn't have much pace on that delivery there from Iniesta. In the end, the foul is called against Ichimori. Up and over the top, isn't it? Or whatever. AF Marinos survive another late scare. And there is another change. Kaina Yoshio is the player just to see out this victory. First time on the pitch in the league this season. And it's Sugimoto, the veteran striker as well, to replace Anderson Lopez. Well, that's quite a surprise, but perhaps just the calmer, older head of Kenya Sugimoto is what's needed here. Anderson Lopez, what an impact. 2 goals, which lifts him to the top of the J1 scorers charts. And Sugimoto off the bench for the 2nd time this season. These are players that play in the J-League Cup team. They've been doing great in that competition, 4 wins from 4. Yoshio and Sugimoto. Now it's the league and an anxious couple of minutes wait to see if his goals have earned them the win. For Anderson Lopez, it's outright the main man after Chiara, the top scorer last season for the F Marinos, left the club. There's the cross from Jean-Patrick. Ball is taken away from Yuya Osako. It's up and over the top. Sasaki, no. Sakai demanded the flick there from the throw-in. Almost the corner, but not quite. Asako looking to get on the end of that, and the follow-up is smashed over. That could be that here for Vissel Kobe. Yoshida and his Vissel team staring down the barrel here at a second defeat of the season, second home defeat of the season as well. If you're a cynic, you'll say that the best two teams they've faced at the Noevir Stadium have both come here and won. Iniesta can't find Asako. That will drift away from Nishimura. The F Marinos, if they can see it out, the seconds tick down, move up to within 2 points of Vissel Kobe at the top of the table, ahead of the majority of matches tomorrow in J1. Big match and a huge 3 points about to be delivered for Yokohama F Marinos. They will just run down the clock here. And Kevin Muscat's team continue their uncannily good run at the Noevir Stadium. Vissel Kobe just can't beat Yokohama F Marinos in the league at home, even when they're 2-0 up. But it's been riotously good entertainment at the Noevir Stadium today. Koya Yaruki and Yuya Asako scoring in the space of 10 first-half minutes. And Anderson Lopez pulling one back in the 33rd minute. Kota Watanabe scoring his first goal in 110 matches with the last kick of the first half. And what a goal that was. Asako with a goal harshly ruled out in the opening minutes of the second half. A VAR offside call. Anderson Lopez then headed home what turned out to be the winner 8 minutes from time. I'm not sure that is the final whistle, is it? It's an offside call. There he is, about to celebrate the win. 5 goals in his last 3 matches for Anderson Lopez, by the way, as he becomes J1's top scorer. And Yokohama F Marinos, the defending champions, move up ominously into second place. Sasaki, one last thrust. Again, it's repelled by the F Marinos, who have completed a stunning comeback win here at the Noevir Stadium. Anderson Lopez, the hero. The winning goal 8 minutes from time was a superb header from substitute Jan Matthias's cross, and Kobe couldn't cling on to that 2-goal lead. So they are beaten for the second time at home this season. They still have the lead in J1, but for how long? Nagoya Grampus could pull level with them if they can win their match 24 hours from now. So Kevin Muscat has guided his team to a tremendous victory here. They didn't panic when they were 2 down. They kept their pattern, they kept their shape, they kept their rhythm, and slowly but surely picked off Kobe. A brilliant match here at the Noevir Stadium, and a brilliant win for Yokohama F Marinos, coming from 2 down to win 3-2. Yeah, heads in hands. That can be the only response here from Vissel Kobe. It's important to put things in perspective. They are still top of the table, but This defeat feels like a body blow. And Anderson Lopez, bang in form. Up to 7 goals in J1 this season in 9 matches. And it ends their away day week with a second victory. And it's put an end to some poor away form as well after those 2 defeats and the draw at Shonan Bellmare last week. Back to winning ways on the road, and really looking forward now to the challenges that come. Well, take a breath really after that. And Marinos will do that. And Nagoya Grampus at the Yokohama International Stadium next week for Muscat's team. That is a huge contest. Nagoya Grampus against the Shonan Bellmare tomorrow. And they can go top. They could push past Kobe by a point with a victory in that match. We shall see. Well, take a bow indeed. Yokohama F Marinos, a comeback performance worthy of champions has been on display today. A superb match in J1.
勝利おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
2点リードされる中、見事逆転での勝利となりました。まずは試合振り返ってどんな感想をお持ちですか。
A gente sabia que a equipe do Kobe aqui é muito forte, né? Eles estão vindo bem também, mas nossa equipe acreditou e conseguimos virar o jogo.
そうですね。神戸はすごく今勢いがあって、特にホームだとすごい強いチームのは、みんな分かってましたし、難しい展開になってくるとは、想定してました。まあでもその中でも我々は諦めずに、最後まで戦って、勝利する、手に入れることができました。